Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me once again, Mike Spider Slayer. That's right, guys. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that somehow when I did this YouTube live video, it captured my screen and my face really, really tiny and it was showing everything else. So kind of weird, but I'm back for the second time. Right now there's no viewers. I don't expect to be any viewers, but I have Smoke Ghost that's on that just joined and two other people. So thank you. He says hi. And yeah, so this is Comic Book Hall episode 379 live. It's the first official live show that I'm doing in my new house. And I'm excited to do it. It was kind of an unplanned thing. My son went to bed. My wife is out with my daughter. And I just got my comic books today. I'm still doing with my brand new move in my new house, still unpacking, still going back and forth between two houses. It's been a crazy month. It's going to be probably one more crazy month before things get kind of under control. And then we'll kind of get back on the regular series. So, yeah, so that's how it's going to be. Okay. I did not see Spider Man Far From Home yet. I do plan on seeing it. I'm looking forward to it. But I just want to thank the people that are watching currently right now. Like I said, I have Smoke Ghost, Scoundrel Gaming, Superheroes Are My Life are on. Thanks, guys. Again, I really appreciate it. So, like I said, guys, happy that you're on. Hopefully, we'll get more. Slaughter Cinema is joining. He says, "Hey, Mike. Again, guys, thank you for watching. This is going to be a cool little haul here. Kind of probably, I want to say this has been the longest it's been uh, since I've gotten my comics. Like, I couldn't tell you last time it's been on I don't know, since a Wednesday I've gotten comic books, right? So crazy stuff. Next week I'm going on vacation, so I'm happy. I'm kind of staying in the area, but I'm taking the week off, so I won't be on the air at all probably next week. Maybe one day, and that's about it. But yeah, so like I said, here for the comic book haul. Did you guys get some cool comics this week? I want to know in the comments below. And yeah, I want to just give you a heads up again. August will be the time where I get back, guys. Okay, so like usual, I'm going to show you guys my comics that I picked up this week. Did you guys have a big week? Did you have a small week? Well, here we go. Here's the mysterious black bag, right? What do you guys think about the cool new background? New Spidey poster back there, guys. Put it in there. Did you hear that DC is skipping Hall H? Dial H? I don't know. Major X daughter? LOL. So, here we go. Comics are inside. Not a huge week, but you can see, right? All right. So, what are you guys doing for 4th of July? Going anywhere? Doing anything cool? Going on vacation? Right? This whole video is kind of funny because it's like who's gonna watch it on a Saturday night, right? At like 9:54. Everyone's probably partying. Scoundrel Gaming says, "Nice Spidey poster, my friend. LOL. I rented a comic book from the library. That's cool that you got comics at your library. Mine have graphic novels. They don't actually have real comic books. So if you guys actually get comics at your library, I think that's really cool. All right. So let's start off with something kind of cool. I didn't even know this came out, but it was behind the counter at the comic book store. And I got Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Ham, the original, and I got the action figure variant, as you can see there. I thought it was kind of cool. When I can get these action figure variants, I figure that, you know what, why not pick it up? I thought Peter Porker was pretty cool, and it was $5.99, a little bit more pricey than maybe some of the other variants that my store does sell. But again, cool to have in the collection. He's even got webbing with him too, and you get to see his hands are different too. So I got that. All right, Next, as the War of the Realms continues or concludes this week, I got the Superior Spider-Man issue 8. This one continues the story arc where Superior Spider-Man is teaming up with the West Coast Avengers, which was a very good last issue. My good friend Jay over on Comic Frontline mentioned that this was a good tie-in to War of the Realms and a good book for the West Coast Avengers. So I was like, oh man, I didn't read the last issue because I was so busy moving. And I finally read it and I was like, yeah, he was right. It's good. But here's some of the opening artwork here, guys. Okay, so we get to see that. Just trying to figure out the lighting issues in this new garage, okay? So, yep, so we get to see this. But it is pretty good last issue. And I enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens going forward here in this story arc. And where does Superior Spider-Man go from there? Bob Johnson is here, and he says, "What's up, comic peeps?" So welcome, Bob. Thank you so much for joining the show. All right. Next, I couldn't tell you the last time I read Major X. I think it was since issue 2, but I wanted to collect it to get all the first 6 issues. So I couldn't tell you what's going on there. We got Old Man Cable, which looks like it, and you got Major X, and then you have Dreadpool over there. So every time the artwork has been different, except it looks like in this issue, Rob Liefeld's doing the artwork once again, and we can see Deadpool is in there. So, what do you guys think about the actual Deadpool series, or this? I'm sorry, this Major X series with Deadpool, Dreadpool, and all these other characters. Did you guys drop off of it? Did you continue to read it? What's your opinion? I want to hear it in the comment section, guys. Yeah, tell me what you think about Major X, right? So Scoundrel Gaming says, I'm really looking forward to August because Avengers Endgame film comes out in August, and I bought the entire MCU as it came out. Same with DC, and excited for August, LOL. Okay, cool. And so yeah. So again, guys, thanks for watching. We're up to 7 viewers. Again, if you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up, share it, let people know it exists out there. This was the second attempt tonight at doing this video, as the first one failed drastically, right? Okay. So the next one goes to Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is issue 8, as we get to see Spider-Man hanging upside down. The book's written by Tom Taylor. It's dealing with Aunt May, and she has cancer. And we get to see how Peter's kind of dealing with that situation, okay? In the last issue, he dealt with the Prowler, and Aunt May's charity house basically gets attacked and gets blown up and stuff like that. So this book really does hit home, kind of reminds you of what Peter is all about, what he stands for, how he's become the hero that he's become. The artwork at certain issues tend to be okay. Sometimes they're not, but overall, I think the writing is pretty good here. And Tom Taylor, again, tries to hit home and make Spider-Man the really relatable character that he actually is. So again, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue 8. Who's reading it? Do you guys read it? Too many Spidey books out there for you? Let me know in the comics section. Comics Misexplained. Wolverine has a daughter. Yes, I will get to that. That's the title of this this particular episode, and I'll tell you how I actually got that comic. Next, Dial H for Hero, issue 4. Probably one of the surprising books of the year for me. Wasn't expecting anything out of this book. I thought it was going to be a joke. I made fun of the advertisements every single week when it came out, and this book is absolutely awesome. It's like almost like a breath of fresh air, even though it may be for younger readers that may be used to like maybe an anime type of style or whatnot. When it comes to Miguel dialing H for hero, I think it's just a lot of fun seeing the different types of characters that they become and whatnot. It is a lot of fun here, and it looks like we're going to be exploring the main antagonist in this issue, and then here's some of the other characters that they actually change into in this issue. So again, it's a lot of fun. It's just different, something that you don't see every single day. It's a cool book, definitely recommend it if you're looking for something a little bit different out there. And maybe if you're not used to maybe the old Dial H and this is the new version of it. So this is issue 4 of the series. All right, Barbarian joins the show. Thanks, Barbarian. Glad you got a chance to tune in this random show. I dropped Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man for Daredevil. I can truly understand that. I see a lot of people are jumping on the Daredevil bandwagon and they're enjoying the book. I did read issue 7, but I found myself a little bit lost because there's a second part of the story arc. So I do apologize if I don't have that much to say about it. I just got to catch it on a good time. Okay. So, next is Batman Detective Comics. Starts a new story arc. This is issue 1006. Has a Spectre on it. And he's like, "You failed this city." It sounds like Arrow from CW show, right? He's like, "You failed this city." It sounds just exactly like this. Exactly like that show. And we can see a lot of pointing and a lot of stuff going on in this book. I like the last story arc with Arkham Knight. I don't know if I like this one as much because I'm not a huge Spectre fan. I don't even know that much about the character. Never even read that much. So this could be a book that might not be for me this time around. But I'll read it. I'll see how it goes. I must say, though, that the artwork is absolutely beautiful. So that is Batman Detective Comics issue 1006. You guys reading this one, leave it in the comments below. Bavarian said about Daredevil, she said, issue 5 was great. I recommend this first story arc. So, all right. Daredevil is an amazing series, especially the 90s books. That's what Scoundrel Gaming says. And I know Barbarian is talking about the current series, the current volume that was just released by Chip Zdarsky, who did Spider-Man before Tom Taylor. All right, so next is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue 24. I have actually read this book already, and I thought it was pretty good. We get more of this mysterious villain that's in the background here, and we finally get the name of this villain, and his name is Kindred. He kind of has this Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street type of thing going on, where he's in your dreams, he's in your nightmare, and it's so realistic like that you feel like you've experienced something. But at the end of the day, at the end of this issue, just again, a spoiler, he reveals his name, and his name is Kindred. Ryan Otley is on the artwork once again when it comes to this book, which is really cool. And Mysterio makes his appearance in this book as well. And of course, these days you're going to get a lot of Mysterio because of what's going on in the movie. And this book is really, really dark. Compared to what you're used to when it comes to Spider-Man. This villain seems to be really dark. And where he's from, where he's coming from, what's he about, who knows at this point, guys. But I'm really looking forward to learning more about this character, who he is. Do you guys have any theories out there on who this character could be and what's he want with Mary Jane and Peter Parker's life and whatnot? So that's really cool stuff. So that's Amazing Spider-Man issue 24. Again, guys, thank you for the 11 viewers that are watching right now and the 5 thumbs up. If you haven't given the video a thumbs up, once again, let people know out there that this series exists. When the fall comes around, again, I will be doing this series live every single week, like I used to before the summer and the move actually happened. All right, so next, guys, we have War of the Realms. This is issue 6. This is the conclusion. Unfortunately, I didn't read issue 5 yet. I fell behind again because of the move. And I'm going to have to read issue 5, then read issue 6. A lot of people love this series. How it ends, I don't know. But just looking at it seems pretty cool. And I don't know if I want to spoil anything right here for myself. But I saw something in there that looks really cool. So yeah, War of the Realms issue number 6. So definitely excited about that one. Okay, so I decided to give this one a try. This one's done by Chris Claremont. This one is called Wolverine. This is Exit Wounds, guys. Did you guys pick this one up? This is kind of that tribute to the 80 years of Marvel, where you have, yes, Chris Claremont writes it. He's again the king of all the mutants. He's the one that wrote all those classic X-Men stories that you guys loved over the years. And so if you have the extra money to pick it up, it is $4.99. There's a couple of stories in here, at least three of them. You might want to check this one out. Here we got some stuff going on in here. Here's some of the artwork. So there's we got that. And again, guys, sorry about the glare. Like I said, I still got to get the lighting correct in this garage, especially when there's no sunlight going into it. So apologize about that. Looks like it's touching on Weapon 8X a little bit on there as well. So yeah. We'll see what this one shot is about. Excited to have it. I love the cover on this one too. Looks really cool. So that's Wolverine. That's Exit Wounds, guys. All right. So let's see what our comment says. Scoundrel Singh says, I gotta say my guilty pleasure is snacking a lot of food and reading comics. That's cool. Comics Mr. Splain said he gave me a thumbs up, so that's cool. Stay away from Batman. That's what I could tell you. So are we talking about the Batman main series? Because I still am reading that. And Moses D. Chavez says, yo, Mike. What's up, Moses? Thanks for watching. And and Barbarian's giving Scoundrel Gaming some advice. So that's really cool stuff. And the viewers tend to go up a little bit. So I got 14 viewers with 8 likes. So thanks, guys. So next, I want to know if you guys are on board with the road to 300 when it comes to Spawn. Maybe not necessarily reading it so much, but how about the actual just collecting it because it pays homage to the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 298, 299, and 300. I actually am because here's what you get this time around with Spawn issue 298. Again, it's a tribute to that cover. This is supposed to be like that villain Chance. And then here we have, obviously, Spawn, who looks just like Spider-Man here, doing the exact same pose. And I think that's awesome, really does. Even in the box up here looks the same. The lettering or the font up top looks the same. So I think that's really cool. I'm going to be getting 299 and 300. When it comes to 300, there is a shit ton of variant covers for it. So we'll see what happens with it. But if you want to see some of the interior artwork, here's how it looks. So here's a cool page in there. Stupid glare. So we got that in there as well. Okay, check this out. So that's the way Spawn looks like right now. And then, like I said, here is the back of Spawn in those covers. So we got 299 if you can see that. And then there's your 300. Okay. And then they're even doing it for 301. So that's all, again, those homages to when Todd McFarlane did the Amazing Spider-Man books. So that's pretty cool. So I'm picking those up as well. All right. Chavez says, damn, Spawn 298 looks good. Because Marvel's not mad about that? Yeah, I don't think they can be because he did the covers originally, and he's changing them to his own characters, so they can't do anything about it. I mean, we see homages to comic book covers all the time, so this is not like it's the first time, okay? All right, so here's the book I wound up getting that's been delayed for a very long time, and this is the White Widow. This is issue number 2. Again, collecting these ones for the covers. I know I wound up collecting the first one because it was a spec book, and then I put number 2 on my list and was delayed, and then I just finally got it. So here's the way it looks outside of the sleeve, and then here is some of the interior artwork, which obviously it doesn't look the same on the cover, but it does look good. It's not bad artwork at all. Okay, nice covers in here. Here's some more in the interior artwork inside as well. And then let me see if I can get you. So, no, I don't want to show you that. That's a little risque. And then we got some of the stuff right here. So, yeah, so that's how it looks inside. So, White Widow issue 2 done by Absolute Comics. Okay. All right. So let's see. What do we got next in this list? Um, oh yeah. Did you guys pick up this one this time? Batman Damned, issue 3. This is another one that took a long time to come out here. Okay. So let's see what the interior looks like on this one and how they push the envelope in this one since they, obviously wrote the story and then they scaled back on it. But here's some of the artwork in this one too if you guys haven't picked it up already. Um, Artwork always looks good. Again, how they push the envelope, I don't know. Looks a little darker. Get to see a lot of blood. Batman's parents on the ground. We've seen that before. Look at that. That's kind of creepy up there too. So we can see that too. So yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed the story. I just wish they didn't, take it. They didn't tone it down a notch. I wish they just had the balls to keep it going. It's a black label for a reason. Don't buy it, right? Don't let your kid buy it. And yes, I understand it's Batman, but we see Deadpool and we see all these other superheroes that, push the envelope too. Who cares if it's Batman? Just don't let your kid buy it. All right. So next, continuing the Avengers initiative. As you guys know, like I say every time when I get one of these, I'm trying to collect every issue from Volume 1 when it comes to the Avengers. And this week I got 230 from this series. The Yellow Jacket, No More. And this is cool. Hawkeye, Thor, Captain America, and Yellow Jacket is just, there's his suits on the floor. So I don't know, does he leave the team? Like, what happens, So I wound up getting that one. So that's this week's grab. Okay. And then we have Ryan Atkins is on, and he says, I have a sneaking suspicion after number 1. They totally remade these books. I heard they had some Harley shots of, well, boobs. And I think that's what happened in issue 2, where they had a potential rape scene where she was actually trying to rape Batman. And I think they had to redo it because of that. After the whole Batman, penis situation. I think when they decided to scale it down, they remade 2 and they had to push back 3 and whatnot. So, yeah, it's one of those things where, if you're going to go through with it, go through with it. Because then it's just another off-world book that doesn't do really anything different, right? So, okay. So Ryan Atkins is like, oh, wow, damn. All right, so now was the surprise book of the week, right? So I read issues 1 and 2 of this, and then I'm like, well, I read so many of these books. I'm not going to get it every single time it comes out. But I'll pick it up when a book actually interests me, a team or characters that interest me in this book. So this was Marvel Comics Presents. This is issue 6, okay? And when I saw the cover, I was like, oh, Danny Ketch is back in the saddle, and you got Deadpool and you got Wolverine. So what does this scream out to you? 90s, right? So I'm like, oh, I'm going to add it on the pull list. So I put it on there, and I put this stuff on my pull list 2 weeks in advance. So then what happens is I didn't go to the comic book store, and I'm watching my normal YouTube videos from other YouTubers that I watch with comics, and they talk about how this is become a spec book. And I'm like, it's a Marvel Comics Presents. Like, what's so spectacular about this? What's this speculation on this type of book? And of course, it just came out on Wednesday, so the person just said, I don't want to spoil it, so you're going to have to pick it up for yourself. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So now that it's Saturday, I'm going to spoil it, but if you don't want to spoil it, you can leave or whatnot. But I go to the comic book store, and I find out that I look through it, and the speculation is that Wolverine has a daughter. The story that is ongoing in this book takes place every 10 years. In this particular part of the story, it takes place in the 90s X-Men. And you get the first appearance of Wolverine's daughter. And I was like, what? I'm like, the dude has a daughter? I'm like, are you kidding me? And so they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you gotta be insane. So you can see, again, it takes place in the 90s. Okay, they gotta defeat this enemy that comes around like every 10 years. Send them back to where it comes. This is the creature. Okay, and then all of a sudden, I didn't read the story, but I just know this person just comes out of nowhere. Okay, and then there she is. There's her claws, and you're like, what the heck is going on here? And then he goes, but I'm pretty sure she's my daughter. And that's what Wolverine says. And you're like, what? Now, being that this book takes place in this previews book, okay, where they actually go from it, does it take off and become the almighty books of the year? Because this book for on eBay is selling for like $40 already. Okay. Now, luckily, my comic book shop is good, and it was in my pull list, and they charged me cover price for it. But is this book, truly spec, and it could be worth a lot of money, or is it going to be, worth $5 because you don't see Wolverine's daughter in any other story ever again? So I don't know. Now I have a question on here from Smoke Ghost and says, who's the mom? We don't know. I think Wolverine's a player. He's sleeping around. He does whoever. And then all of a sudden we get this chick, right? I don't know. Who do you think could be the mom? We're only explored, so many people in Wolverine's life, in Logan's life, right? And so I don't know who it actually could be. So, very, very curious to see. Scoundrel Gaming says it was in the comic playlist I found on YouTube. Smoking Ghost just says, and just laughs. And Comics Misexplained says, it's his previous partner who used magic to battle that demon creature. Okay, so it's that female that's currently in that book that just got her neck snapped. Was that her? Is that the woman he slept with? Just put that out there for me, Comic Mix Explain, because I haven't read the issue yet. So Smoke Ghost says, yeah, Logan's a pimp. So that would quite be interesting. Yes, she died in this issue or two ago. Okay, so there you have it. There is, how Wolverine has this kid. He screwed this woman. They have a kid, and now he has a daughter, and she finally shows up in a comic book. And now, whether they go forward with this daughter in the future is to be determined. Now, if this continues to take place every 10 years, it's going to catch up to present day, and then it's going to be canon, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm very, very curious to see what happens with this book and what happens with this character. So, that is the biggest spec book of the week. So, yeah, and that's all the books I wound up picking up for the week, guys. And Ryan Atkins says, I think it's Maureen from Long Night. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So with the comics code back in the day. Oh, the comics code. I don't want the comics code. It's kind of creepy because he protected her when she was young, and then a decade or two later they slept with each other. That's true because she was really young in the beginning of the series, but since he doesn't age, or he ages very slowly, and then the woman ages, it just, hey man, time catches up, right? So what's going to happen with his daughter? She's not going to age either, So I don't know. It is kind of weird when you think about it. But any cool comics that you guys picked up that I didn't, I would love to hear it in this comic section. Again, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. 17 viewers, 10 thumbs up. Again, I will be back on full schedule starting in August when the new school year starts and I'm done with tennis summer camp and the kids go back to school and I'm truly fully unpacked in this house and things like that. So I appreciate your guys' patience. I haven't been skipping out. It's just really super busy right now. And I always forget how hard moving actually is and how much crap you really have. But if you guys haven't checked out my comic book corner 2.0 remodel video, you guys go ahead and check that out. You get to see the whole new background and the shelves and where the comics are kept and all that stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. So So yeah, Scoundrel Gaming says, "Have you heard of Anita Blake? That is a great comic series." Yes, absolutely. I have heard that series. And Comics Misexplained says, "Always great catching you live. Gotta get back to bartending, homie. Thanks for watching, guys. I gotta take off as well. I gotta actually get the dog out. He's gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to bed. I am exhausted. It's been nonstop for me." Moses De Chavez says, "Looking forward to August. Take it easy. Guys, have a great night. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that all-important notification button from me. All right, so guys, take care. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. And good weekend, and happy 4th of July. Take care, guys. Bye.